Welcome to Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. My name is Doug, and today we're going to make some homemade pizza. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back. So this pizza is so easy to make and it's so delicious. And I hope you try this recipe because it's very, very easy. So we're going to start making our own pizza dough. So we have 3 cups of all-purpose flour here. I have 1 tablespoon, maybe a little less than a tablespoon, but approximately 1 tablespoon of sugar. I have 1 teaspoon of salt, and I have 1 package of Fleischmann's Rapid Rise Instant Yeast, fast acting. Very important that you have your yeast. We're also going to use some extra virgin olive oil and 1 cup of warm water that is around 110 degrees. So make sure you have a thermometer because you definitely want your water warm enough. All right, so let's start making our dough. So I'm using my KitchenAid mixer here with my dough attachment. It looks like this. It looks like a hook. So this is the one that I use for dough. I am also going to knead this by hand, but I want to start out using my mixer. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix all my dry ingredients together. So I'm just going to add my flour. That was 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, approximately a tablespoon of sugar, and my package of yeast. And I'm just going to use a rubber whisk, and I'm just going to mix that together. So I'm just mixing that together like that with the rubber whisk. All right, now I'm going to add my water. So 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. 1, 2. And I'm just going to mix that together. Now I want to stop it, and with a rubber spatula, I'm just going to scrape down the sides. And I'm going to start to form my dough. All right, so what I'm going to do is I got my dough here, and with my hands, I'm just squeezing it, kind of making sure it's combined together. Okay, so I put on an apron because I get dirty. All right, so here we go. So you got your dough, and you're going to knead your dough for around 5 minutes. Couple of things: put on your oven at a very low temperature, preheat it, then turn it off, because we are going to be putting this dough in a warm place, and it needs to be in there for around 30 to 40 minutes so it can rise. Now, very important that it's not too hot, but it's not too cool, because we don't want anything to happen to the dough. So I'm just going to keep just kneading my dough on this floured surface. Make sure you have a damp cloth underneath your wooden board, and this way it doesn't move around. Okay, so I'm going to do this for around 5 minutes. Okay, so this looks pretty good. And what you want to do is you're going to put this in a bowl, a greased bowl. So I'm going to use some extra virgin olive oil. Use this bowl here. Just going to put like a little drop. And what you want to do is just spread that all over. It's going to keep it moist. And we're going to put this in a warm place. I'm using my oven. Like I said, I put on the temperature for 200, the least amount, and then I turned it off. And I had it off for a while. It's been off for a while. I also have it slightly open. but it's a warm place and you need to put your dough in a warm place. So I have mine here and we're going to cover it with a towel. Towel here, I'm going to put the towel over it and we're just going to put it in the oven and leave it there for about 30-40 minutes. Now, what's so fun about making this pizza is you can put whatever toppings on you want. So of course you need a sauce. Now you can make your own homemade sauce. You can get those tomatoes, cut them up, cook them all day, add your spices to it. You can use tomato sauce from a can. You can use homemade, not homemade, but store-bought sauce like Prego or Ragu, whatever sauce you want, but you definitely need a sauce base. Now, what I'm going to put on my pizza, I'm going to be using onions. I'm going to use those sweet red peppers like this. So I'm using one orange, one red, and one yellow. And these are so yummy. I'm using, like I said, a yellow onion. I have probably about a cup of diced onion and a half a cup of those red peppers. Plus, I'm going to be cooking up some mushrooms. And we're also going to be using some mozzarella cheese, Italian blended cheese, Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. We're going to use some parsley, some basil, Italian seasoning, a little ricotta, just a little bit. If you want to leave the ricotta out, you can, but I kind of like it in there. And some tomatoes, yeah, and I said pepperoni. So it's going to be really good. Let's start making it. Okay, so I'm going to turn on my flame to a low to medium flame. Going to heat the pan up slightly. I'm going to be adding about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Probably about that much. We just want enough to kind of coat the bottom. And we're going to heat that up. We're going to add our onions. Okay, I'm going to add my onions. Remember that was 1 cup. We're going to cook up our onions first for 5 minutes, and then we're going to add our mushrooms and let that cook for around 5 minutes. Okay, it's been approximately 5 minutes. My onions are looking good. They're getting translucent. So now what you want to add is a little salt and pepper. So it's like maybe half a teaspoon each, just a little bit. We're going to add more. The sauce is going to have salt and pepper in it, so you don't want to add too much. All right. And plus, we're going to add salt and pepper when we add the mushrooms too. So I always make sure it's seasoned well. All right, now what we're going to add, we're actually adding 4 garlic toes that have been sliced. And we're going to cook those garlic toes in with our onions for an additional minute or so. Okay, you don't want to burn your garlic. You just want to cook it up nicely with those onions. Smells so good. I always say I love onion and garlic together. Oh, so good. Now I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of butter. And this is really for the mushrooms. When we cook up the mushrooms and the onions together on the garlic. So we're going to melt that first. I'm going to add my mushrooms. Give that a nice mix. Make sure it's covered with that butter and those onions. Oh, by the way, make sure you always rinse your mushrooms before you use them. Don't forget to rinse your mushrooms and drain them. Very nice. We're going to cook this for around 5 minutes, and then we're going to add our peppers to it, and then cook that for an additional 3 minutes or so. So it's going to be cooked very nicely. So this is all the things you can do while your dough is rising. And we're also going to start making our sauce. Stay tuned. Okay, so for our sauce here, I have this is 3 cups of sauce. I'm just going to add some salt, probably about a teaspoon, and a teaspoon of pepper. We're going to add approximately a teaspoon of some chopped basil, a little bit of parsley. You can use fresh oregano, or you can use dried. So I'm going to use a little dried, probably about a teaspoon. We're adding garlic powder, probably about a teaspoon. I'm using a little extra Italian seasoning. A little bit extra. It has a lot of those spices in there, but just a little extra. And then, very important, are your red pepper flakes. If you like red pepper flakes, don't put too much. It could be too spicy for you, but I like just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just to give it a little kick. And give that a nice stir. Very easy. And we're just going to let this simmer until our dough is done on a very low flame. Check my mushrooms over here. Looking good. There's a couple of more minutes to go, and I'm going to start adding my red peppers, or sweet peppers, I should say. So it's been about 5 minutes. Now I'm going to add the sweet peppers. And we're just going to cook that for an additional 3 maybe. Smells so good, folks. Now I am going to add just a little extra salt and pepper because of the mushrooms. So maybe another half a teaspoon. Same thing with the pepper. Actually, I always add a little extra pepper. I like the pepper. Yeah, nice. Okay, we're going to cook this for an additional couple more minutes. Okay, so a couple of things. When you take your mushrooms and onions and peppers out, make sure you use a slotted spoon. This is a slotted spoon because you don't want all that liquid, because the mushrooms will give off some liquid. So you don't want all that liquid. A little bit is okay, but you don't want too much. So make sure you take it out with a slotted spoon. And your sauce, make sure you cool down your sauce after it's cooked. I mean, we're going to be cooking it in the oven. Now, we are going to preheat our oven to 475 degrees, and we're going to let this cook for around, bake around 10 to 12 minutes. All right. So I have all my ingredients out. I can't wait to start preparing my pizza. Stay tuned. Hey, it's been 30 minutes and my dough it's risen. So what we're going to do now is we're going to roll it out on a lightly floured surface. We are stretching this dough out. This is going to make approximately close to a 16-inch pizza. Who remembers that I Love Lucy episode where she was making pizza and then she put it over her head? It was funny. Making pizza is fun, you know. Mamma mia, mamma dare. Okay, so we have our pizza dough, and I'm using this pizza pan here, and I'm just going to kind of curl the edges like it would be on a pizza crust. So it's going to make it a little bit less than 16 inches, but that's okay. It's just with a little olive oil. I'm just going to brush with my fingers. I'm going to go around. And if you notice, some is spilling out onto the dough, and that's okay. I'm just spreading it around. We want to make sure those edges are going to be a nice golden brown when it bakes. Nice. Very good. All right, so once your edges are done, like that, hopefully you can see that. All right, we're going to start, and we're going to start with the sauce. I'm just going to place the sauce, good amount, swirl it around, maybe a little bit more. And just swirl that sauce, making sure you stay in. Don't go past the crust that you just made, of course. That looks really nice. Nice amount too. Very good. Okay. We're going to add a little ricotta. And I'm just adding little pieces here and there. You can leave this out if you don't want to add the ricotta. I'm just adding little tiny pieces here and there. Okay, very nice. Now I'm going to add the mozzarella cheese or mozzarella cheese. Make sure, now this is about a cup, and I'm just sprinkling it around. Then I'm adding my Italian mix too. So it's definitely going to have enough cheese. Love the cheese. Everybody loves cheese. And then the Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. Very nice. You want to make sure it's evenly distributed, of course. I'm going to add a little sprinkling of basil here and there. I'm going to add my tomato slices. Now I have 12 tomato slices, but you could put as many or as few as you want. And I want to put my peppers and my mushrooms. I'm just kind of filling in some of those spots in between the tomatoes. Smells so good. This is going to be one awesome pizza. And for Yvonne, he loves his pepperoni, so I'm going to put pepperoni. I like pepperoni too, a little bit here and there, but he said, make sure you put pepperoni on it. So I'm putting pepperoni. Pepperoni. And this is going to make such an awesome pizza, folks. See, cooking is fun. I think it's fun. And also, you know, at least you know who made your food. You go to restaurants, you don't know who cooked it. All right, I'm just going to sprinkle just a little sauce here and there. Just a little bit. Sprinkle some sauce. And I'm just sprinkling a little bit more mozzarella cheese just here and there, so when it's in the oven, it's going to really melt nicely, you know. All right, and that is it. Wow, look at that pizza. That is awesome. So I'm going to put it in the oven. We're going to bake it for around 10 to 12 minutes or so at 475. Stay tuned. we'll have a taste test. It looks so good, doesn't it? All right, perfect. All right, so we're gonna let it settle for a little bit, and then we're gonna cut it with the pizza cutter and then have a taste test. Stay tuned. Okie dokie. Well, we're gonna start cutting into it. I don't know what I should have. Here, let's just do this. Wow. Oh, looks so good. I love homemade pizza. Take this nice piece right here. Oh, wow, look at that. Ah, look at that. Oh my gosh, looks so good. And it smells so good. All right, let's have a taste test now. It's piping hot. Oh my. Oh, this is good. You have to try it. It's delicious. Oh my gosh, so good. Thank you so much for joining us today on Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. Remember, if you want that homey vibe, you need to subscribe and please give this video a like. Until next time, my friends, happy healthy living and happy pizza making. Bye-bye. Yum.